Slovakia, Israel for the technical difficulties. Slovakia, Israel for the technical difficulties we was having. This is the Brotherhood class. I am Officer of 1,000, Awadia, and I'll be holding the class down today. A couple of different things we want to touch on today. Slovakia, give me 1 second. I'm back. A couple topics we want to touch on today, man. Got a lot of things going on in the world, and as I always like to say, this brotherhood class, man, especially like in the time that we in right now, this brotherhood class is one of the most important classes that we can have inside of Israel right now, because the brotherhood is the key of what's going to get us into the kingdom, man. Without this brotherhood, man, we don't have anything to fend off our oppressors. And people who mean us harm, man. Because without each other, who do we have? We don't have anything, man. We have nobody to depend on, nobody to hold us down, nobody to watch our backs, man. We have to do that for one another, man. I don't understand how much more your oppressor will have to show you that he doesn't care about you. He doesn't love you. Okay? I don't know how much more you have to do, man. I don't know when or at what point do we feel like it's time for us to stop begging him and start joining to our own people, man. Okay? We're going to be starting out today with Matthew chapter 22 and verse 34. That's where we're going to start today, man. Oh, Salakia, man, before I even do that, I wanted to say this. Your oppressor is so much of the devil. Proposal 3, I believe, just passed, if I'm not mistaken. And in Proposal 3, they was pushing to the forefront about the right to have abortion, the right to have abortion, the right to have abortion, overturn Roe v. Wade, whatever. Excuse me. But what was underneath the surface on that, also on Proposal 3, man, where they had the right to give your child a hormone shot, man, that would stop him from being a boy and start giving him feminine ways. And they would be able to do that starting at 10 years old without the parents' permission. Meaning your 10-year-old could decide whether he wanted to be a boy or a girl at 10, and you as a parent don't have any say so. And of course, guess what? Every single one of our Christian pastors supported that, man. They supported that wholeheartedly, man. Wholeheartedly, they supported that, man. They supported the right for your child to change genders without you, the parent, having any say so, man. Having any god doggone say so in it, man. And with that, this is just a sidebar for what I was going into today. But just for a second, let's get Isaiah 9 and 16. This is just a sidebar, man. I saw that maybe 10 minutes ago. And it was just mind blowing because I knew that particular thing was on the ballot. While they was talking about your right to have a baby or not have a baby and abortion, they also underneath that in the fine print, they can turn your boy child into a woman or your girl child into a man at 10 years old, as if a child at 10 can understand that type of a decision. Okay? On top of that, what information does your child know? Your child at 10 years old don't know his social security number. All the things that is required for him to have to do that we would have to fill in and give as far as our medical information, our social security number, things of that nature. Your child at 10 don't know that. Okay? Because he's 10 years old. Yet and still, at 10, they feel the need to allow your child to make a life-altering decision. Something he can regret when he's 12 because he's 10 and he doesn't know any better. And they say, you don't have no say so. He could do it without even telling you. You don't have no idea that your child is getting this thing, is altering himself at 10 years old, man. You don't have no idea, and they don't have to tell you. He don't have to let you know anything. And every Christian leader, pastor was supporting this garbage, man. It was a whole list. It was a whole list of them as I was reading it, man. It was ridiculous. And this is how y'all know y'all Christian pastors done sold y'all out, man. They sell y'all out for gain. They really don't care about you. They really don't love you, man. The ISUPK is the only place you can come to get brotherhood and get love, where brothers and sisters stand with you and we care about one another, man. This is the only place like that, man. You don't find that nowhere else in this earth, man. Your oppressor is the goddamn gone devil that the Bible speak of, man, to do such an evil act like that, man. To say a child at 10 years old can make a decision on whether he want to start altering his body to be a woman or a man. At 10. At 10. Your oppressor is the devil, man. This kingdom, it is going to, if Christ don't step in at some point, man, if Christ wouldn't step in at some point, this world would be insane. This world would be insane. Okay? Y'all with me right now? It's we at Isaiah 9 and 16. Isaiah 9 and 16, and it reads, it says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. They cause us to err, man. They told us to go in and vote on Proposal 3. A woman's right. That's all they wanted to do was support the oppressor. They don't care about serving the Lord. They don't even think to serve the Lord, man. They didn't even think to read what was all on the proposal. Now I'm sure they seen it on TV just like I did, which is what made me actually look into it. When I saw they was going to do this thing with our children. So I know they saw it like I did. They didn't care, man. They did not care because they don't love the Lord, man. Your Christian pastors do not love the Lord. They don't care about what the Lord wants, man. All they care about is what's good for business. Supporting the right to choose is good for business. They don't give a damn about altering your baby, teaching your male baby to become a female at 10. They don't care about that part, man. They said to hell with that part. Okay? It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. You following behind your Christian pastors, you went out there, you voted on Proposal 3, man. You just sinned an ultimate sin against the Most High, man. You just sinned the ultimate sin against the Most High. The scriptures say, the fruit of thy womb is a blessing from the Lord, man. It's a blessing from the Lord. And our women out here aborting our babies as a form of birth control, man. As a form of birth control. Listening to dumb, stupid Christian pastors who don't love them, man. They don't care about them. They don't teach them to stop running around sleeping with every man they can find, twerking and backing it up. They don't teach them to stop doing all that. They just say, okay, if you get pregnant, go get you the right man. You just keep going through men until you find the right one. 10 years down the line, you done slept with 30 different men and nobody wants you. You done destroyed yourself. Why in here we teach you when you lay with that man, you know what, y'all stuck. Y'all together, that's it. Salakia, not stuck. I don't even like using that word in that instance, so Salakia. Y'all together forever. Forever. Ain't no, as soon as one person get mad at the other, then it's a divorce. It ain't none of that. It's whatever issue that y'all have to work that out. You actually have to put work into the relationship, to the marriage, to make it work. You don't get to just get mad and get a divorce. You don't just get to, if he not making you happy or she not making you happy, whatever in the hell that is. You don't just get to leave and do away with each other. Nah. Whatever that issue is, y'all have to work that thing out, man. Because y'all with each other forever. It's not no end to that thing. Okay? But they don't teach you that in the Christian church. They teach you if he not making you happy, you just go and get you another man. Well, that ain't what God said. That's nowhere in the Bible. But they don't love the Most High, man. They are sick and disgusting. That got to me the most ridiculous nonsense I ever heard, man. To allow your baby at 10 years old to get his hormones changed. Salakia, that was just I had to say something about that because I just seen that was that just passed through. With that being said, let's get Matthew 22 and 35. Give me 1 second, I'm getting there. 22 and 35. Yeah, that just was the most. That was mind-boggling, and to see the list of pastors and bishops and all that supported Proposal 3, man. It was utterly disgusting, and it's no wonder why, following them as moral leaders, that we're in the condition that we're in. Because basically everything in that proposal was a sin against the Most High. And our black leaders, our so-called black leaders, they told us to go vote yes on that thing. Which is really explaining why we destroyed as a people, man. It's clear why we destroyed as a people, man. When we supposed to, you know what? You don't even have to abort the baby. In places like in the ISUPK, we take babies, man. We take black and Hispanic and Native American babies. You don't want them, man. You ain't got to abort them, man. They got a home here. They have a home here, man. They have a home. We will find somewhere for them in here, man. Because that's what we do. Because we actually care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. We actually care about them. That's the one thing no other place does, man. No other place care about black people the way we care about black people in here under Commander General Yohana, man. Okay? And with that, Matthew 22. And we're going to start at 36. Now, this is the Pharisees talking to Christ. Okay? It says, then one of them asked him, which was a lawyer. Of course, this would be a lawyer, an old slick talking lawyer, because he wasn't a Pharisees, okay? He asked him a question, tempting him, saying, verse 36, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? So this is a Pharisee man. Christ just cut the crap out of a Sadducees. So when they heard Christ cut the Sadducees to heck, they gathered amongst themselves right quick, and they talked amongst themselves, and then the lawyer came and asked them a question. He said, well, Master, which is the greatest commandment of them all? Verse 37, Christ said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. So Christ told him to do what? Love the Most High. How do you show love for the Most High? You show it through obedience. You show it. It's simple. It's not something hard to do. It's not something that is long suffering. It's not something that is impossible to do. You just be obedient. Okay? You just do what he said do. See how easy that is? It's honestly really that simple. I know your Christian pastor done told you can't do it. It's impossible. Nobody can keep all the laws today. The law's done away with. I know you heard every single reason on not to be obedient. It's false. They're lying to you. They're lying to you because they love their oppressor. And to say these things and to teach these things, they lose money. They lose money, man. Their oppressor going to take away their fame and their seat and their position. And they care about that more than they care about serving the Lord, man. They care about that more than they care about serving the Lord, man. Okay? Let's get it up. And he says, this is the first and great commandment, which is the first thing you should do. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The scriptures say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Because once you do what? Once you start fearing the Lord, what happened? Now you start taking action. Before you ain't feared. Before when we was in the world, we didn't really fear the Lord. We was in the world doing whatever we wanted to do, doing whatever we feel like we had to do. Getting high, selling drugs, pimping women, hurting brothers, doing all different kinds of evil acts against our brothers and sisters, man. But when we heard them brothers on the corner breaking down these scriptures, man, or on YouTube or however it came across to you, and that fear, and you start realizing that, man, I am living a sinful, wicked, evil life, man. And if I don't change, the Lord is going to put me to death. Once you got that fear of the Lord in you, then you started to learn about him and learn about your history and learn about who you are. That was the beginning of your wisdom, man. That's the first and great commandment, man. Reading on. 39. It says, and the second is likened unto it. The second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You love your neighbor as you love yourself, man. Meaning the things that you would do, the things that you want for yourself, you should want it for your brother, man. You should want it for your brother. You should never want to see your brother suffering. You should never want to see your brother suffering. You should never want to, you should never want to see your brother in pain, hurt, in need. These are things you should never want to see. We're going to hold that for 1 second. Let's get Leviticus 25 and Salakia 35. Let's get that right quick. We're going to hold that. Let's get Leviticus 25 and 35 right quick. You should always care about your brother, man. It says, love your brother as you love yourself. Okay? Leviticus 25 and 35. And it reads, if thy brother be waxen poor, meaning if your brother fall in a decayed state, in a low state, okay, and he fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Then you gonna help your brother, man. You don't just see your brother laying on the sidewalk and step over him, man. You stop and you extend a hand and get him off the sidewalk, man. You see your brother sitting there at the end of the freeway, man, give your brother $5 or $10, $1, 50 cents, a quarter. Something you can do to help your brother out, man. Something you could do. You don't just leave your brother in that condition. Okay? That's why that's something else that you know about these scriptures, man. That's why the scriptures is so powerful. Because guess what we supposed to do? When we set up our grape vineyard, we don't grab all the grapes. We do what? We leave the grapes outside of the fence. Why? So a brother who done fell into what? A decayed state, he can do what? When he walk by, he also can eat, man. he also can have something to eat. Or somebody just passing through the city, they hungry, they also can too eat, man. They don't have to starve and fall to the ground, man. Said if they waxen poor and fallen into decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger. He may be somebody, in this instance, it would have been talking about somebody not from Israel, but he's still your brother. Not meaning somebody of another nation not being your brother, but an Israelite who just lived in another nation and he came into Israel, he may be passing through, he may be stopping there, whatever he there for. Whatever business it is that he has there. Okay? Or a sojourner that he may live with thee. He may even need a place to crash. And we do stuff like that all the time here. Brothers come in from different cities and states and different things, and brothers open up their door to other brothers, man. This is so how you know that the UPK under Commander General Yohana, we have the spirit of the Most High with us. We have this. We ride in that spirit, man. We have that thing. We have that thing, and we follow the Most High, man. That spirit that the Most High put into the earth, we have that, man. We open our doors to brothers who sometimes we ain't never seen. He just a brother in the school. We open our doors and treat that brother like we knew him our whole life. Our whole life, man. The brotherhood in here is so amazing, man. We not gonna leave no brother. We ain't gonna leave no brother in decay. That don't happen here. All right, let's get back to Matthew, the 22nd chapter. I know people hear it, but I'm telling you, I done seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes since I've been here countless times. From the day I start, from day one to now, I've seen it to know this is what they do in this school. This is what happens here inside of this school. I don't know what fake Israelites do inside of their school. I have no clue, nor do I care. All I know is what happens here. We do that thing in here. Okay? Okay, let's get it. Salakia. And we are on... Salakia, give me 1 second here. And look, okay, verse 40, Salakia. It says, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophet. Meaning, these two things pretty much cover it all. Okay? It pretty much cover it all. The first thing you do, again, is you love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and soul. And again, just a small quick recap. We do that by doing what? We do that by being obedient. That's how you show that you love the Most High. You show that you love the Most High by being obedient. Okay? That's how you that is it. It's that simple. There's nothing extra to it. It's not some magic trick. You don't wave a magic wand. You don't sit in some room and close your eyes and go shabba 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 or whatever that nonsense is that they call talking in tongues. You don't do all that stuff. None of that is how you show you love the Most High. None of that. You don't fall to your knees and start crying and all that garbage. None of those things show that you love the Most High. It's one way you show you love the Most High. Obedience. Obedience, man. Okay. Reading on. Salakia, reading on. It says Salakia. Said on these two hang all the laws. And loving your brother, man. Loving your brother. Loving your brother. Good night. Because what? You don't want to sin. So guess what you're not going to allow your, guess what? You're going to make sure your brother don't sin. You're not going to do anything to contribute to your brother sinning. You're not going to do it. Because you don't want to sin. You're not going to smoke weed. So you're not going to sell your brother a bag of weed just so you can make some money off of it. You're not going to do it. Because you're not going to smoke weed. Christ said this, man. Christ said we must love one another, man. That's what Christ said, man. Christ said we must love one another. We must love one another. Get John 13:4, man. Christ said we must love one another, man. Okay. Go on, John 13:34. Because that love and that brotherhood that camaraderie that we have together, man. That thing that we have together, man, it's unbreakable. Especially once you come into realizing why we in the condition, once you come into the truth, and you start understanding why we in the condition that we in. Why do we suffer the way we suffer? Go through the things that we go through. Why is our nation so messed up as it is? Okay? And then over a period of time, we just start accepting it and saying this is just the way life is, but something inside of us, man. Something inside of us let us know that this is not right. We can't be living like this. We shouldn't be living like this, man. And we never know the right way to go because the first thing we always want to do, we want to follow our Christian pastor or some black leader who's saying something that sounds good, but amounts to absolutely nothing because it doesn't have the Most High in it. It amounts to nothing. It just sounds good. It seemed like a good idea, but it does not involve the Most High, so it will always fail because it does not involve Him. Okay? John 13:34. And it reads, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. Even though we understand this is not a new commandment. It's always been about us loving one another, okay? Everybody understand, right? That's the thing. That's the brotherhood. Us loving one another, man. We put so much of our effort into loving the other nations, man, that we forget to love ourselves. We so busy trying to love them. And the reason why there's no room for us to love ourselves, because imagine the effort it would take to love somebody who raped you. Imagine the effort it would take to love somebody who murders you. Imagine the effort it would take to love somebody who want to destroy your family. Imagine how hard you have to work to sincerely love them. How you gonna love? How do you love anybody else? How do you love anybody else? You working so hard to love somebody who clearly has no love for you. They clearly have no love for you, man. That's why you don't love that brother staying next door to you. Every time you see him, look at him. He ain't no good, got his pants sagging, hair nappy. You ain't loving him because you trying to love somebody who hates you. Now, this ain't just start today or a week ago. This been going on since we've been over here. We've been fighting and fighting and fighting to love somebody that is incapable of loving us back. They're incapable of it. They don't even consider loving us. And it's always one of us trying to say what? Well, all our oppressor ain't bad. There's some good ones in there somewhere. We just got to find them. Why the hell we got to look for them? The hell we got to find them for? What is so beneficial about loving somebody who hates you? I get it though. I get it. We sat in them Christian churches and we learned about turning the other cheek and pray for those who use you spitefully and all of that. When the whole time, those things, just like we read in Leviticus in the 25th chapter, those things wasn't talking about your enemy. Those things was talking about your brother. We just read it in Leviticus in the 25th chapter. Your neighbor is your brother. Your neighbor ain't your oppressor who's trying to murder you, who wants to rape you, who wants to harm you, who wants to destroy your family, who wants to turn your 10-year-old boy into a 10-year-old girl. Without they don't even have to let you know that that's what they doing. They don't even have to let you know what they doing. And you trying to tell me that I gotta love them and love that? Nah. It ain't gonna happen. Not over here. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. We won't love that over here. And guess what? I ain't standing alone because every brother in this school feel the same way I feel. Every brother in this school feel the same way I feel. Let's get it. That ye love one another as I have loved you. Christ said, as I have loved you, man. Think about what Christ did, man. He walking around Jerusalem. He healing the sick. He feeding the poor. Now, as things, we all live in hoods, so we know how things travel throughout the neighborhood, man. So as people seeing, as brothers and sisters is hearing about this and hearing about the miracles of Christ, they trying to track him down, follow him, wherever city he at, they trying to get to, wherever they hearing about him, they trying to make their way that way, man. And Christ taking the time to heal them. Christ taking the time to feed them. He ain't making no rush, man. And then on top of that, on top of all of that, What else did he do, man? He made that ultimate sacrifice. Christ died for them, man. Christ died for us. Christ died for us, man. The ultimate sacrifice, man. Read now. That ye also love one another. That we also love one another, man. He not talking about, again, I don't understand. Christ is making this very clear to the people that he's talking to. But yet, your Christian pastors, again, they want to teach you to love every dang on body. They want to teach you to love everybody. If your oppressor murder you, you just forgive them and you just keep loving them. Imagine what that takes, man. That's where all our strength and everything, our love go there, our strength go there, because it takes a lot of strength to love somebody who is oppressing the hell out of you, man. Oppressing the hell out of you. It take a lot of strength to love them, man. You got to be strong, man, to let go of the way that you really feel about them people. It takes strength for that, man. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one another. And that's going to tie into what I said earlier. This is how you know the UPK has the Spirit of Christ on them, man. Because that's what we teach. We teach love for one another. Not love for everybody. We teach love for brothers and sisters, man. We teach have compassion on your brother and your sister. We teach forgiveness of brothers and sisters, man. Don't sit there and hold on to no grudge, man. You got a problem with a brother or sister, man. You feel offended or something, man. You go pull them to the side and talk to them, man. That's what you do. It's easy in this school, man. It is easy. It's easy as all outdoors inside the school, man. We love because we love again. We love the Christ and we love the Most High. And we follow the example that Christ laid down for us on how to be obedient. And we love one another, man. And we have a spirit of brotherhood in this school that must never be broken. You have to protect the brotherhood in this school, even if it costs you your life, man. It cannot be broken, man. Because if it breaks, where else do you find this at? Where else can you get this at, man? You don't get this anywhere. You don't find this anywhere. So when we love each one another like that, then what? Like Christ said, then ye know that you are my disciple, man. That's how you know you're a disciple of Christ. By the way we treat one another. By the way we treat one another, man. You got to trespass with a brother. You go talk. Matter of fact, get that. Get Matthew 18 and 15. Get that. You and your brother have an issue, man. Y'all talk that thing out in here. You don't hold grudges or go get with the next brother or sister or whatever and start talking behind that brother back and all that old garbage, man. We ain't doing that. We don't do that kind of stuff here, man. That is not brotherhood. That is not brotherhood. Real brotherhood is going to talk to that brother, man. That's real brotherhood. That is real brotherhood. Going to talk to that brother. Let's get it. We got Matthew 18 and 15. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Why are you going between him and thee alone? Why is that? Why are you pulling your brother to the side and talking to him, man? Because you know how some brothers be. They'll walk right up on you, everybody sitting there talking, brother be like, homeboy, you did this, yada, 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 whatever. And it actually escalates the problem. Because now he don't want to feel like he a punk. He just let you talk to him any kind of way, and you just walking up to him. You know what I mean? He take offense to that. Versus if you pull that brother to the side and you talk to that brother, man. Now what? What can happen? Cooler heads can talk now. Now you talking to him a little more calmly. He responded to you a little more calmly, and he ain't taking it as offense because now all eyes ain't on him to see what he about to do. Okay? All eyes not on him to see what he's about to do. Okay? Reading on. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. And you know how I go too. Once a brother be like, yeah, you know what, man? My bad, man. I did do that thing. I didn't realize whatever. My fault. I didn't know it offended you like that. That wasn't my intention to offend you. You know what I mean? That wasn't my intention. I didn't have the intent of offending you at all. Okay, Slocky, give me 1 second here. Need to check the comments. Slocky, give me 1 second. I need to check these comments, see if we got some questions. Slocky, give me 1 second here. I just need to check these comments. But yeah. And it's a whole different type of vibe when you pull your brother to the side and you talk to him. It is a whole different type of vibe when you pull your brother to the side and talk to him versus you running up on him, trying to confront him. And this is how this is how we show our love for Christ. This is how we show our love for him. Because what? What are we doing? We being obedient. We being obedient. We doing the things that what? That the Most High said do what? To do. We doing the things the Most High said to do. The scriptures say, the scriptures say this. If you can't love your brother who you see me every day. You see me every single day. Matter of fact, pull out, we go in there. I'm gonna go there right now. Yep, I'm gonna go there right now. So like, give me 1 second here. It's 1 John. Let's get 1 John 4:20. 1 John 4:20. So like, let's get there together, y'all. Yeah. That's why Christ said is Christ commanded us, man, to love one another. Our love and our brotherhood is the most important thing that we have inside of this walk, man. Our brotherhood is the weapon against our oppressor, against our enemies, man. The problem is too many of us love the way of our oppressor, man. Too many of us love the way of our oppressor. You think for one second they doing Kyrie and Kanye like that because they done something that was really wrong? They don't want that truth they don't want this truth getting out, but it's too late. It's too late, man. This truth is out, man. This thing is exploding all over the world. But in order for this thing to work, we have to have that love for one another, man. We have to dwell in that spirit of brotherhood. Christ said we must love one another, man. We must love one another. We must. Let's get it. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20. And it reads, if a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. So if you saying you love the Most High, but you hating your brother, you're lying, man. How are you lying? Because you're not in the spirit of the Most High. You're not in the spirit of Christ, man. Your oppressor out there doing whatever the hell it is he want to do to your people, and you sitting there hating your brother and following his ways. Because that's the only way you can hate a brother. You're not going to hate a brother and talk about you in the spirit of brotherhood. You hating a brother because you in the spirit of your oppressor. Because he hates brothers. So you walking in his spirit, man. You're not walking in the spirit of Christ, man. You're not walking in the spirit of the Most High, man, when you hating your brother, man. And you sitting around here talking about you love the Most High. You don't love the Most High, man. You hate the Most High. You love your oppressor if you hate your brother, man. You hate your brother, you love your oppressor. Read on. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he seen. You see your brother every single day. And whatever issue you have, like we just read a minute ago, whatever trespass your brother has done against you, you could talk to your brother about it, man. You could talk to your brother about it. And y'all could work it out whichever way y'all need to work it out, okay? Right? So you see your brother every day, and instead of whatever issue it is, working it out, I ain't talking to that Negro. I ain't got nothing to say to him. Or when I see him, it's on sight. You ready to do some harm to him. You only thinking like that because you love your oppressor, man. People like that, I guarantee you people like that celebrate Christmas. Got Thanksgiving coming up. They'll say they don't. Some of them will say, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I just go up there to eat. They celebrate Thanksgiving because you love your oppressor, man. You love your oppressor. And you really hate your brothers, man. You really hate us. You really do. You don't love the Most High, man, because you're not moving in that spirit of Christ, man. Okay? Reading on, who he have seen, how can he love the Lord who he have not seen? How do you love the Most High who you haven't seen, man? You right here with your brother every day and you hating his guts. Talking about you love the Most High. Or you treating your brother like crap. Talking about you love the Most High. You don't love the Most High, man. You don't love the Most High. Christ said, if you love your brother the way I loved you, then you know ye are my disciple. That's how you showing that you walking in the spirit of Christ, man. That's how you showing that. It's an action. It's not just waking up saying, oh, I love the Lord. Our Father who art in heaven, I love God. That don't cut it, man. That does not cut it. That don't cut it at all. That don't cut it one single solitary bit. How do you love the Most High and you ain't never seen him when you can't even love your brother who you see every day, man? That's heavy right there. Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also. Now, I understand something. We might not all get along in perfect harmony. Okay? But us not getting along in perfect harmony does not give you a right to hate your brother. It does not. Because most of the brothers that you hate, guess what? They're not in the truth. You don't hate brothers that's in the truth. You hate some brother that's lost in the world that you come. That's how you know these other fake Israelite groups. This is how you know they Christians, man. This is how you know they Christians. They hate brothers in the world, man. They hate them. They act like they were never in the world before. Just like a Christian. They act like they never done anything wrong before. Just like a Christian, man. That's how you know they are Christians, man. This is exactly how you know these things, man. You know they Christians because of their behavior. When we should be loving one another, man. Let's get Psalms 133 and 1. Psalms 133 and 1. We should be loving each other. And again, like I said, that same brother who's sitting back hating this brother like that brother celebrate Christmas, man. And Thanksgiving and Halloween, He probably dressing up like Santa on Christmas Day and coming in with a bag full of toys. Hate the crap out of his brother, but cannot wait to serve the oppressor, man. Can't wait. It gives him joy in his heart to celebrate, to love the oppressor and hate his brother. It is utterly disgusting. Psalms 133:1, and it reads, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." How good and pleasant is that, man? I don't know. We got the Passover coming up, man. April 1st in North Carolina. It's going to be a pleasant thing for brothers to dwell together in that thing, man. In unity, in that thing right there, man. There is nothing better than doing that. I assure you. I love the Passover more and more every year I go to it. Every year I go to it, it's like, I don't know. It's amazing to me, man. I've been in the school for a few Passovers now, but before I came into the school, of course, I was in the world. And in the world, you don't see brothers coming together like this, where everybody just in one and in unity and having a great time and enjoying one another, man. A lot of our families can't even get together without some type of fist fight or something breaking out. I'm guilty of that. That's part of my family too. It happens. But at the Passover, man, you don't have that, man. The Passover, you don't have that. Hundreds, thousands, brothers all coming together in unity, man, and you don't have any problems, man. Brothers opening up their houses to brothers housing 4, 5, and 6 brothers and their families and things of that nature. No problem. No problem, man. No arguing, no fussing, no fighting. It's all in brotherhood and togetherness, man. We go out and have a good time and go hang out for a second. Brothers still don't have no problem, no fighting, no arguing. When we even go out to hang out somewhere, go to a little bar, go to someplace to eat, whatever. We talk about a lot of brothers here. When I was in the world, me and 4 or 5 of my brothers, it's hard for us to go to a club without getting into a fight. And it's only 4 of us. Because we go out there in that unity, man, and we go out there in that one spirit. We go out there in one spirit, man, and everybody's on the same page, and we not worried about what a brother got on, a brother looking at us. We go in and take over. We go into a place together, man, and we take over, man. We take the whole entire place over, wherever we at. We go in and we take over, man. Verse 2, it is like precious ointment upon the head that runneth down upon the beard, and even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirt of his garment. Get that when you get this oil. Pour it on your head, man. That is a precious thing right there, man. You get blessed like that, man. You getting blessed when you get that oil poured on your head. That is a blessing. Something glorious is happening to you. Get this precious ointment poured on your head, and it's running, and it's like an overflowing of blessing because it's coming all down and on your beard. It's such a glorious thing. And remember, we talking about brothers coming together and brothers dwelling together. That's why it's so important to shut Kyrie down. That's why it's so important to shut Kanye down. Buck breaking is what they call it. Buck breaking. They got to show him in front of everybody. We shut him down. We shutting him down. If you try it, this is going to happen to you. You better care about us more than you care about your own people. Kyrie didn't even open his mouth. He just shared a post. He just shared a post. That happened a million times on a million times a day on social media. Now his whole basketball career might be over. Because for opening his mouth like that and telling the truth, they have to beat him all the way down to make sure that nobody else speaks the truth. Because us coming together is what is a big threat to them. Because that's their biggest fear. Us realizing who we are and us coming together is the biggest fear of your enemies. That's the biggest fear of your enemies. So at any time where that just might seep through the cracks, at any given time where that just might seep through the cracks, they gotta stomp it out. They have to. Because it's a threat to their society. It's like an attack on them. See, we at war, and the truth coming out is showing that we fighting back and that we attacking them back. We must love one another, man. We must do it. We don't have a choice inside this fight except to love one another. That's the only weapon that we have. Because when we do that, the Most High going to see that, and he going to send Christ back to get us up out of here, man. We so close to that time. We so close to it, man. Brothers and sisters waking up all over the world. It's happening there. It's happening more and more every day. Brothers and sisters is waking up, man. All praises to the Most High that Commander General Yohana held on to this truth. So a brother like myself can turn his life around, man. And start serving the Lord, man. It's brothers like myself waking up all over this world. It is a great awakening. And it's so heavy because that's just how the scriptures say it would happen, man. It said we were gonna start waking up, man, and start realizing who we are and coming back to remembrance. Because it's been beat out of us. It's been beat out of us. We've been deceived so bad inside of this kingdom, man. They thought they hid who we was perfectly and greatly. But see, they not more powerful than the Most High. And the awakening that's happening right now, this is the proof that the Bible is true, man. This is the proof that the scriptures is true. This is the proof that the scriptures is right, man. Because what? Because what and why? We see the things in the scriptures starting to come to life, starting to come to pass. It's happening right in our face. It's happening right in our face. We see things starting to ramp up all over the world. We don't have to ask the question of when or maybe or if you had any doubt. This day and age, you should have no doubt, man. At this time, you should have no doubt. Because we've been on these corners teaching this, saying this since the 60s, man. This day and age, you should have no doubt. Before I close, I just want to say this, man. Christ is definitely coming back. You don't want to be on the fence. This is a time to pick a side. You have to pick a side now. No more doing what you want to do. No more doing what you think is right. It's going to be goats on one side and sheeps on the other. What side you going to be on? You going to stand with Christ against all odds? Or you going to stand in the world with the worldly side of things? It's not going to be pretty for the worldly side of things. You're going to get put to death. You have to make the right decision to stand with the Most High in Christ, man. Christ ain't coming back to give hugs and to give hugs and hold everybody's hand and things of that nature. Christ is coming back. It's going to be war when Christ comes back, man. This is a serious thing right here, man. That's why we teach these classes every day online. That's why we go out there every weekend versus taking time and doing whatever we want to do. We could be doing a ton of other things, but we going out there to wake brothers and sisters up. That's why we have food drives, clothing drives, prison program. We are doing the work to wake brothers and sisters up, to have them standing on the side of righteousness when Christ comes back. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Which side of the fence you want to be on. This ain't no time to straddle the fence anymore. You have to pick a side and dig in. You could choose death or life. That's your decision, man. But know this thing is not a play game. Look around you and see what's going on in the world. This thing is it's not a game. It's no longer time to play. Pick your side. And with that, Shalom, Israel.